welcome back to my channel. Thanks for stopping by and checking out this video. Today's concept, or this video's concept, is in regards to the 3-note per string concept when you run through the major scale. And I like to think of this scale as a way to warm up, a way to exercise my hands, my dexterity, and my fretting, and it just really gets your fingers warmed up. And when I do some of my lessons here locally, I notice that one of the biggest struggles with some beginner guitarists is just getting your fingers to do kind of what you want them to do. And the emphasis of practicing your scales is really important. So let's zoom in. I'll go through each of the positions, and then I'll show you this little run that I've been working on here to kind of like go through each pattern, section by section. This will be in the key of G, and I'll run up through a few octaves and show you what I'm doing. So let's start out with some of the patterns here. So let's start here, key of G. I won't call out the fret names. It gets kind of annoying. You can follow along with the tab, but I'll just run my way through the scale, and I'll show you some of the things I do with it that make it easier for me to practice. That's first position. I don't usually play the high E string. I'll show you why, and I'll show you other exercises that I do. But I kind of just run through it where I get up to the B string. So I always stop on the root note 3 octaves higher than where I start. So as I pick through that, I'm thinking, with my picking, I'm going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. When I descend the scale. And, whatever picking you decide to use is fine, but that's just how I use this as, a warm-up. And, when you play a scale, just running through it top to bottom, that's not necessarily music. And once again, this isn't a lesson on showing you how to necessarily make music with the major scale. I'm just showing a way to help memorize the scale and then get the idea of a warm-up going with your fingers. So as you go and play other things, your hands will be ready to go. And I always stop on that high octave note there, and I kind of just let it ring for a minute so I can hear that particular scale. I also had an idea of using the 3-note per string scale in this type of application. That's my root note there, G. And I descend it. And that one's nice because you're going, diagonally through the scale, and you're going through each position. So another way to think of these 3-note string per string scale is when you just run through the E and B string at the bottom, you just run through those shapes accordingly. I'll go through it here really slow for you. So all the intervals are, basically are exactly the same. I'm just playing them in different parts. And the patterns just, repeat. If you study, some of the tab that I'm displaying here as I run through this, you'll see how it sort of just keeps changing shapes. The intervals just keeps flipping from one way to the other. So get your scales together. This is a great way, when you first pick up your guitar and, you want to get your hands going, you're not sure what to play, run through your scales and you'll be surprised at how much, your hands will be ready to go for the rest of the day as far as playing your guitar. I'd spend, a little while doing this. If you have a metronome, I'd start your metronome and 60, 70, 80 beats per minute, depending on how advanced you are. Obviously, if you're an advanced guitar player, you're definitely not watching this video, but I like to, aim towards the beginner and the early intermediate, because I feel like that's where there's a lot of hurdles, and sometimes, you watch 10, 15, 3,000 different videos on a particular topic, and all of them, combined, you start kind of seeing the light. It kind of starts making sense. So I hope this is, a piece in the puzzle to you getting better at playing guitar. And thanks for watching. Give me a like if you'd want. And I'm always looking for new subscribers. Keeps me going. I'm trying to do a video a week. I might try to output 2 videos a week because I have so many concepts to share here. So thank you for watching.